global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. If you're just tuning into our channel for the first time, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get both subscribed and notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. A lot of things have happened and a lot of things are happening. Nigeria right now is in the radar. Quite a lot of international bodies have started getting really interested in this that suspended EFCC boss Ibrahim Magu, as they're concerned about the allegations, the probe processes, the fair hearing, the anti-graft campaign and all that, and also the fact that they have this 550 billion naira recovered fund in TSA, says AFCC boss. Malami also defends the crude oil sales. Malami had to come and also defend it. While some Nigerian strategic partners in the anti-corruption battle have taken more than a passing interest in the ongoing probe into activities of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, under suspended acting chairman Ibrahim Magu. Key countries, some of them having mutual legal assistance treaties with the country, are monitoring the process of the investigation. It was learned as at this weekend. They include the United States, the United Kingdom, the United Arab Emirates, France, and Switzerland. For 1 week, Magu had been detained. He was accosted on the road in Abuja and dragged to appear before the Justice Isayo Salami Presidential Investigation Panel, which is probing allegations leveled against him by Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami. On Sunday, he denied the claim that he failed to account for the interest in the 550 billion naira recovered fund kept in CBN's custody. In a statement by his lawyer, Wahab Shitu, Magu said such recovered fund kept with the Central Bank of Nigeria do not generate interest. The statement said it is falsehood that Magu placed 550 billion naira recovered loot into a deposit account. The alleged transaction never featured in the proceedings before the Salami panel. Magu was never confronted with any such allegation by the panel, and the news is blatant falsehood, they claim. To the best of Magu's knowledge, no such amount is in any such account, and he remains aghast at such outrageous figures. No one has confronted Magu with such allegations. All recovered funds are lodged in Treasury Single Accounts, that's TSA, Treasury Single Account, TSA, but the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. Such recovered funds do not generate interest. This is elementary and can be verified from the CBN and the Federal Ministry of Finance. This can also be confirmed from other government revenue generating agencies. Funds kept in TSA account do not generate interest. Investigation by our correspondent revealed that the United Kingdom, the United States, and others are closely monitoring developments on the allegations against Magu and the activities of the Presidential Investigation Committee. There are some investigative cases in which Nigeria and some of these foreign nations are collaborating on. Looted funds, which Nigeria is battling to recover, were stashed away in some of these countries. A top diplomatic source said some of these nations are taking their time to monitor what is going on, which is why they have not issued a joint statement on the development on EFCC. The source said, despite the fact that we have our individual intelligence on the development in your country, we are sitting and watching what is going on at the investigative committee. We want to know if the allegations against Magu are true, if the process of investigation is in conformity with international best practices, whether there is fair hearing, and the implications of challenge at hand for the anti-corruption campaign in your country. We are as curious as every Nigerian in knowing the truth about all these allegations. Ultimately, we desire strict commitment to the rule of law, social justice, upholding the fundamentals of democracy and human rights. fairness and equity to all, and a corruption-free Nigeria. Another senior diplomat who has deep knowledge of Nigerian politics said, "My country knows a lot about power play in Nigeria, even as it may apply to this case. But we are careful in dabbling in the affairs of your country. We are being meticulous in monitoring the fact-finding committee because its findings and recommendations might determine your commitment to the anti-graft activities." An expert in one of the international agencies said all members of the diplomatic corps, global financial institutions and donor agencies are interested in the ongoing investigation of EFCC's activities under Magu. "We have been comparing notes at the diplomatic level, especially by countries like the United Kingdom, the United States, France, Switzerland, Italy, United Arab Emirates, and others. We are giving all the parties the benefit of the doubt, even though the activities of some political office holders are predictable in this circumstance. Whatever is the outcome, it will assist in reaching conclusions on where Nigeria is heading in fighting corruption and ensuring justice." Also at the weekend, a global coalition against corruption wrote to the President Muhammad Buhari over Magu's travel. Well, he said it all alleged that the former EFCC boss may be a pawn in a desperate attempt by the corrupt officials to kill the EFCC or turn the agency into a willing tool of corrupt politicians. He said the letter was signed by Mr. Lucas Mines, that's Common, Nicholas Hildyard, Corner House, Simon Taylor, Global Witness, and Mr. Olanrewaju, Suraju, HEDA. The groups have been investigating corruption in Nigeria, politicians, officials, and the complicity of European and US banks, companies, and others in facilitating such corruptions. You can now see that it is a very serious matter. Honestly, Nigerians are really watching, and the international world is also watching. Let's continue with what they are still saying. They said the group have been investigating corruption. He said what is going on in Nigeria is of concern to the international community. Mr. Magu has proved himself to be up to the task. His determination to fight corruption is evident by the recovery of stolen funds and the properties, plus his own high moral ground earned at the cost of diligence and hard work never before seen. His removal questions the will of Nigeria to deal with a major cause of the country's underdevelopment, which is corruption. So many things, but let's quickly feel the pulse of Nigerians over this, because Nigerians have started reacting. People are saying, enough of this grammar in this Magu's case. Call a thief, and then prosecute the thief. Case closed, or should I say jungle? Please. This one here say, every week different drama. Obaseki or Shomele don't fade. Hush puppy don't fade. Now Magu they rain now. Give him a week, he go fade. But then, if you're looking at it that way, then you have not talked about Pabia. Pabia is also ready, it's trending right now. But let's continue. This one here is saying, his village people serve, they monitor the probe. It says, okay, I'm watching till the end. It says, even Nigerians probing Magu are all thieves. That's a strong word. How did you know that all Nigerians are thieves? That's very strong, really. This one here is saying, I beg, shall we want to hear better news. We are tired of Magu this, Magu that. Well, we shouldn't be tired of Magu this, Magu that. We should know what is happening. If the head of anti-graft and anti-corruption agency has been allegedly been called corrupt, that he has been relooting, he has been allegedly been taking back recovered funds. It is a cause. It is something that all Nigerians should be worried about. A cause for serious concern, because corruption cannot be fighting corruption. And of course, that means it's a joke. But technically speaking, I feel that we should look at this, and international bodies watch it, just like Omoyele Sowere's case. The way we handle it will determine if Nigerians generally will believe in this issue of anti-corruption fighting, or if it's going to be just one of those heresies. But I pray that this whole issue will not be swept under the carpet the way it always is in Nigeria. After a week or two, another news trends and they forget to let it go. The monies they are mentioning is not just in hundreds. It's not even in thousands. It's not even in millions. It's in billions, for crying out loud. And we are still borrowing. The servicing of our loans is alarming. And these are recovered funds. Gentrin Magu here is saying that all these things are just accusations, mere accusations. They're all alleging, And here, other people are saying, no, it is true. So you just find out that power tussle, fact finding, not fact finding, and all that. If they need to, the international bodies have rightly observed, if there's any need for us for them to take Magu to court, by all means. I think we should let go of this media trial. Let him go to court. If he's found guilty, let him say. This is the way to go. Every person now caught, with the issue of looting and corruption practices. Just that the question is, is our judicial ready to be free and fair? Would there not be interference from politicians from Oga at the top to give true justice and free and fair hearing? We could still remember this issue of APC internal battle. You saw the way they were just playing Koso, quote and unquote, on judicial. This one can't get court order restraining this one. They don't get another court order, high court order restraining. They're just playing mind game. You find at the end of the day, just the people are just watching them as they're playing this. In one day, they had 4 APC chairmen with court order defining and countering and countering. You just find out that the whole thing almost a joke. So we don't even know where we are heading right now. But I feel that Nigeria shouldn't get tired of the Magu case. We should find out where it's heading. Because if this is swept under the feet, then that's how the future of Nigeria is also, and their finances are also swept under the feet. If there are allegations, we should find out who is accusing what. Is there facts? Because for there to be a smoke, there's no smoke without fire. That means there's some money missing truly. Who is missing the money? Who is taking the money? We need to know. If we need to take him to court, by all means. But that's my take on this. What's your take? Let's meet in our comment section, because truly the international bodies are watching. They are watching to see how this whole thing will play out. Is it a politician because they feel that there's a political hand in this. They feel that there's a political hand, maneuvering this, but we don't know. Time will tell. Let's meet in our comment section. Don't also forget to share, like, and comment. Stay tuned on our channel for more on